Here we are. Thank you. Good to see you.
All right, so you're safe with this first question. No spoilers involved. So a good chunk of this new season is focused on Daniel and Johnny learning the techniques of the other dojo. So it feels appropriate to ask you about that when working with Ralph. What is something that you've seen him do on set that you have either applied to your own work as an actor already, or maybe want to in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I don't know. I think we just have such a good chemistry. I don't know. We just bounce off each other. I mean, everything Ralph does is great. So I don't know. I'm not picking. I think we, by osmosis, we feed off each other, pick up each other's techniques. I think, we're working so fast and so hard on these that it's about digesting the lines and having them come right off. And, he's always right there. He's always in the pocket. So I try to do that.
Speaking of working really fast, is there any benefit for you in shooting seasons 4 and 5 so close together?
Yeah, I think it's good. It was like a 3-month break we had, and then they called us back. So we were still coming off of that. It's good. So I didn't get my, I kind of kept my shape, and then it just felt like when we came back to do season 5, it just felt like we just took a short break, which is what we did. So yeah, it was definitely a benefit, definitely in the pocket, and you still have the residual kind of emotion of where you left off going through. You don't have to reach back a year and pull it out. So absolutely, yeah.
It makes sense. All right, this is where I'm going to put up the spoiler warning so you can answer this question freely. But I was watching this interview that you did with Martin where he was explaining that there was a scene in season 4 that you guys were having a tough time with. So can you tell us what that particular scene was and then how the two of you kind of accessed it?
Yeah, sure. It's a scene in the tournament, and it's funny how we were at a Comic-Con and Marty, he pontificated about it, made it a little bigger than it was. We give notes all the time on scenes. So this is the scene at the karate tournament where Daniel and Johnny and Kreese bump into each other and have a moment, and because there's not so many of those moments for us throughout the season, we just wanted it to be right for both of us. So we had so much more we wanted to say to each other. And it was kind of our process as actors to kind of get our subtext and to dig deep. And, sometimes you rewrite something or try to do something to purge it. And meanwhile, you found these new notes and thoughts, and you're communicating. So it's all part of the process. The thing is, it's in television, in this situation, we're moving again so fast that we don't have months to prepare for these scenes, or weeks even. It's days, and sometimes the night before. So in this case, it was just it was a short notice, and we were just trying to find if we could massage it differently, and it was a great experiment. And at the end, it really helped the scene. So it's a scene in the hallway. You'll see it if you haven't already.
With that in mind, is there any particular scene in season 4 that necessitated the most prep, even though you didn't have a lot of time, something you really wanted to workshop no matter what?
Yeah. And now, is this spoiler okay? I mean, are we okay? This is it. So, I mean, the fight with Daniel, the squaring off again in the backyard of Miyagi-Do was super important for both of us to do well physically and also emotionally, and for it to land right, to have all the balance in there. So, that was, I think episode 5, it's a pinnacle point. It's a turning point for the characters. It's where they're going to separate. A lot of emotion in there. So that one we did have time to prepare for. There's a lot of fighting in that. And, and then at the end, a resolve, for better or worse at that moment.
All right, to wrap up here, we do get a tease of what Daniel's plans are for Miyagi-Do at the end of season 4, but because Johnny is primarily focused on what happened with Miguel, we don't really know what he's thinking about Eagle Fang. So can you kind of tease his headspace at the end of the tournament? Is he going forward, assuming that he really will shut down Eagle Fang? Well,
that's yet to be seen. Now, they made a bet with Kreese, right? I know. Here we go. You're fishing for 5 already. I love it.
Help it.
You're good, Terry.
You guys turned me into a monster.
What's that?
You guys turned me into a monster. My obsession with the show.
Well, as always, it's the writers are going to keep you on your toes. They do us, but they did make a bet, and we'll see what happens on that. There's is this spoiler okay still? Like, where people at this moment know what happened at the end?
Yep.
So, at this point, Daniel and Johnny, they separated, but then they come back together at the end. But really, more than the martial arts, more than the Eagle Fang of it, they're connected to these people and these humans, these characters. So Johnny starts with Miguel, wherever Miguel is, and Robbie. So what happens with the Eagle Fang, we'll see.
You're always so good with the teases.
Well, no, it's just
too far. You're supposed to do that. I can't
It's really hard too, because we're right in the middle of shooting this stuff right now. So all 4 and 5 are kind of blurring together,
I
can't
felt
wait
a
to
little
tell you.
bad writing all these questions for that
you'll
reason.
When we're allowed to talk about it, you will be the first person that I'll give a spoiler to.
You are the best.
Thanks,
Huge
Tracy.
congratulations on season 4. Genuinely loved it yet again.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. Thanks, guys.
All right.